When I decided to propose to my girlfriend, Emma, I wanted it to be perfect. We'd been together for 3 years, and it just felt like the right time. She often talked about our future, the house we'd buy, the trips we'd take, the life we'd build together. So when her best friend invited us to a small party with all her close friends, it felt like fate. A night surrounded by laughter and love seemed like the perfect moment to ask her to marry me. I spent the whole week preparing. I bought a simple silver ring. Nothing flashy, just something elegant that reminded me of her. I practiced my speech in front of the mirror until it sounded natural. I could already picture her face lighting up, the tears, the laughter, everything. When the night finally came, my heart wouldn't stop racing. The music was loud, people were dancing, and the room glowed under warm lights. Emma looked stunning in a blue dress that shimmered every time she moved. I could barely focus on anything else. I waited for the right moment, an hour maybe, until the music slowed and everyone gathered around. My hands were shaking as I took a deep breath and called for attention. The room went quiet. Emma looked at me, smiling, a little confused. I smiled back, got down on one knee, and pulled the ring from my pocket. The crowd gasped softly. My voice was unsteady, but I managed to say the words I'd practiced 100 times. Emma, will you marry me? For a few seconds, everything went silent. Then she laughed. Not a happy laugh, more of an awkward, disbelieving one. Her friends exchanged glances. She shook her head slightly and said, still laughing, "Oh, Jake, you can't be serious." The room spun. I just knelt there, frozen, holding the ring out. When she realized I wasn't joking, her smile faded. Her face hardened, and she said in the calmest, coldest tone I've ever heard, "I'd rather stay single than do that." It felt like someone had punched all the air out of me. The music stopped, the laughter died, and every eye in the room was on us. I couldn't breathe. I wanted her to laugh again, to say she didn't mean it, but she didn't. The look on her face said everything. She wasn't embarrassed or sorry. She was annoyed, like I'd ruined her night. I stood up slowly, my legs shaking. I forced a smile that didn't reach my eyes and whispered, "I understand." My voice didn't even sound like mine. I slipped the ring back into my pocket and stepped away. Someone awkwardly patted my shoulder and told me to give her space. I just nodded and walked out. Outside, the cool air hit me. I sat in my car for what felt like hours, staring at the ring box in my hands. How could something I was so sure of fall apart like that? Then the truth started to hit me. She'd been distant for a while. I'd just been too blind to see it. Every time I mentioned the future, she changed the subject. I thought she was just stressed, but her heart had already moved on. The next morning, I woke up to dozens of messages. Someone had filmed the proposal. It was everywhere online, shared, mocked. Emma's laughter and rejection replayed over and over. My humiliation had gone viral. I deleted my accounts that same day. Emma texted me once, saying she didn't mean to embarrass me, that she just wasn't ready for marriage. I didn't reply. She hadn't just said no. She'd stripped me of my dignity in front of everyone. That wasn't fear of commitment. That was disrespect. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, the pain dulled. I started to see things clearly. I had built my world around someone who didn't truly care. I mistook her calm for love, her indifference for peace. Real love shouldn't make you feel small or unwanted. It shouldn't humiliate you. Eventually, I moved to a new city, found a new job, and started rebuilding myself. For months, the ring sat in my drawer, a quiet reminder of what I'd lost and what I'd learned. One evening, I walked to the river near my apartment. The water shimmered in the fading light. I opened my hand, looked at the ring one last time, and tossed it in. It disappeared beneath the surface, and for the first time in a long time, I felt free. A few months later, I heard from a friend that Emma was dating someone new. It didn't hurt. I felt nothing, just peace. I'd loved her genuinely, and that was enough. Her rejection didn't break me. It released me. Now, when people ask if I still believe in love, I say yes, but not the kind that makes you beg or question your worth. Not the kind that laughs when you kneel. Real love is quiet, steady and kind. It doesn't humiliate you. It lifts you. And when I find it again, I won't be looking for perfection, just honesty. Someone who sees my heart and never turns it into a punchline.